Ladies and gentlemen, friends and fellow dreamers, how often have we been told that our goals are too big, too impossible, or even foolish? How many times have we been questioned, doubted, or told that we just don't have what it takes? I know I've heard it, and I'm sure many of you have too. People who, in their fear, try to convince us that the limits they've set for themselves should also be the limits we set for our lives. When people tell you that your dreams are unrealistic, too ambitious, or outright impossible, it can feel like a blow to your confidence. The weight of their doubt can make you question your own abilities and the path you're on. However, instead of letting this doubt consume you, consider it as a powerful tool for motivation. Doubt and skepticism from others don't need to be seen as discouragement. They can be transformed into the very fuel that propels you forward. One of the most powerful ways to prove others wrong is to embrace the challenge their doubt presents. When someone says they project their own insecurities onto us, not realizing that their fear of failure is something we don't have to accept. Instead of seeing their doubts as a sign of your inability, view them as a reflection of how far ahead of the curve you're willing to go. This shift in perspective is crucial. It transforms the negative energy around you into something that can drive you forward. When you hear those words of doubt, instead of feeling discouraged, think of them as a challenge to prove that you are capable of far more than what they believe. It's an invitation to show the world, and more importantly yourself, that you can achieve what others think is impossible. Furthermore, when we're faced with doubt from others, it often highlights areas where we need to grow. If someone tells you that your dream is too big, it's not just a dismissal of your idea, it's a signal that you might need to refine your plan, sharpen your skills, or expand your knowledge. It's a moment to reflect on what you can do better and to use their doubts as a springboard to get stronger, smarter, and more prepared. By acknowledging the doubts, we can make conscious decisions to improve ourselves, all while staying true to our vision. When you embrace doubt, you also become more resilient. Every time someone questions your ability or your ambition, it's an opportunity to strengthen your resolve. It's easy to feel defeated when the world doesn't believe in you, but the most successful individuals have one thing in common. They refused to give up when others doubted them. They used that external skepticism to fuel their internal determination. It was the very doubts of others that made them more committed to proving that anything is possible if you put in the effort. Moreover, embracing doubt allows you to step outside the boundaries others have placed on you. If you're constantly living within the expectations of others, it can limit your potential. But when you decide to prove them wrong, you reject the notion that their limitations should be yours. You free yourself from the confines of conventional thinking and create space for your dreams to grow. You start to believe that the possibilities are limitless, and with every challenge you overcome, you show the world that you are the author of your own story. So instead of shying away from doubt or feeling defeated by it, take it as an opportunity to rise above. Let it serve as a reminder that the people who doubt you are often the ones who haven't yet realized the power of believing in something bigger. Use that doubt to fuel your fire, to drive your actions, and to keep pushing forward toward your goals. In the end, it won't just be about proving them wrong. It will be about proving to yourself just how much you're truly capable of. Belief in your own potential is the cornerstone of any success. It is the starting point from which everything else flows. Without belief in yourself, all the hard work and effort in the world will feel empty because you won't have the inner conviction to keep going when challenges arise. Self-belief is not just about thinking, I can do this. It's about deeply knowing that you have the strength, the skills, and the resilience to face obstacles and come out stronger on the other side. It is about trusting that you are worthy of success, that you deserve to reach the goals you set for yourself, and that nothing, no matter how daunting, can stand in your way. Having self-belief means understanding that your potential is not determined by the limitations others impose on you, nor by the mistakes or failures you've encountered in the past. Many people make the mistake of letting their past define their future. They believe that because something didn't work out before, it won't work out now. But self-belief involves rejecting this narrative. Every setback is a learning opportunity, a lesson that brings you one step closer to your goals. Self-belief allows you to view failure not as a dead end, but as a detour that can lead to a better path. When you truly believe in yourself, you stop waiting for permission or validation from others. So often we look to external sources for approval, whether it's from family, friends, colleagues, or even social media. We seek out validation because we're unsure of our own worth. But self-belief is about finding validation within. It's about knowing deep in your soul that you are on the right path and that your value is not tied to others' opinions of you. This internal validation is a powerful force. It allows you to stay true to your vision even when the world around you may not understand or support it. One of the most important aspects of belief in yourself is the ability to trust in your decision making. Every big decision you make, whether it's in your career, personal life, or a creative pursuit, is rooted in your ability to trust yourself. If you don't believe in your ability to make good decisions, you'll second guess yourself constantly, or worse, be paralyzed by indecision. But when you trust that you have the inner resources to handle whatever comes your way, the decisions you make feel more confident and aligned with your true purpose. Moreover, self-belief is not about being perfect or never having doubts. It's about having the courage to take action despite those doubts. It's okay to feel uncertain or afraid. It's natural. What matters is that you take the first step, and the next, even when the path ahead seems unclear. Every step forward is a testament to your belief in yourself. The more you act with conviction, the more that belief strengthens and grows. There will be times, though, when others may challenge your self-belief. They may question your abilities or criticize your choices. It is at these moments that your inner belief becomes even more crucial. You must learn to protect your belief in yourself and not let others' opinions shake it. Their doubts are their own, not yours. People who believe in themselves don't let the doubts of others change their course. They stay focused, determined, and resolute in their vision. At the heart of self-belief is the recognition that you are capable of evolving. You are not fixed in place. With each challenge you face, with each lesson you learn, you grow. The belief in your potential isn't based on a fixed outcome, but rather on the understanding that no matter where you are right now, you have the ability to become more, to learn more, and to achieve. In the end, self-belief is not about arrogance or confidence in the traditional sense. It's about knowing that, regardless of the external circumstances, you have the power within you to shape your destiny. You are the one who defines your worth. And when you truly believe in yourself, there is nothing you can't achieve. Fear of failure is a natural part of the human experience, and for many, it can be paralyzing. It is something that holds us back from pursuing our dreams, from stepping out of our comfort zones, and from taking risks that could lead to significant growth. Yet, if we want to achieve something meaningful, we must learn to confront and overcome this fear. Failure is often seen as the antithesis of success, but in reality, failure is an integral part of the journey toward success. It is not something to be feared or avoided, but something to be embraced as a valuable teacher. The fear of failure often stems from our deep-seated desire for approval and acceptance from others. We fear that failure will make us look weak, incompetent, or unworthy of respect. We worry that others will judge us and see us as incapable. These thoughts are rooted in a fear of rejection, of not meeting the expectations of those around us. But the truth is that failure does not define us. It is simply a temporary setback, a detour in the road to achievement. What truly defines us is how we respond to failure, how we pick ourselves up and keep going in the face of adversity. When we allow ourselves to fear failure too much, we often limit our potential. We play it safe, avoid challenges, and miss out on opportunities to grow. We stick to what is comfortable and familiar because it feels secure, even though it may not be where our true potential lies. But by avoiding failure, we are also avoiding the very experiences that could push us to become better versions of ourselves. Some of the greatest successes in history were born out of repeated failures. Thomas Edison famously failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb, yet he never considered himself a failure. Instead, he saw each setback as one step closer to success. Failure teaches us valuable lessons that success cannot. Every time we fail, we learn something new about ourselves, our approach, or the world around us. Failure reveals our weaknesses, yes, but it also reveals our strengths. It teaches us resilience, determination, and how to problem solve in ways that we might not have learned otherwise. Without failure, we would never know what it truly feels like to achieve success. The contrast between failure and success gives meaning to our victories. It's the struggle that makes the triumph so much sweeter. One of the key ways to overcome the fear of failure is to reframe it. Instead of seeing failure as something to be avoided at all costs, we can view it as a stepping stone on the path to success. Failure is not permanent, it is simply an event, and it can be used as a tool for improvement. When you embrace failure as a part of the process, you free yourself from the burden of perfectionism. You stop measuring your worth by the outcome of your efforts and start valuing the growth that comes from the experience itself. Moreover, the fear of failure often makes us doubt our own abilities. We start questioning whether we have what it takes to succeed, whether we are capable of achieving our goals. This doubt can be crippling and it feeds into our fear. But the reality is that no one is born with all the answers. Everyone who has achieved something great has faced failure at some point. What sets them apart is their ability to move forward despite the fear, to take risks, and to keep learning and growing. It's also important to remember that failure doesn't mean the end of the road. It's just a detour. Many successful people faced multiple failures before reaching their goals, but each failure was a lesson that ultimately led them to the right path. Failure is not a permanent state, but a part of the journey that refines us. It shapes us into the individuals we need to become in order to succeed. Working relentlessly is the key to turning dreams into reality. Many people have big ideas and grand ambitions, but what sets the successful apart from the rest is the willingness to put in the hard work, the late nights, and the sacrifices required to bring those ideas to life. Success does not come easily, and it certainly doesn't come from wishful thinking alone. It comes from continuous effort, persistence, and a commitment to pushing forward even when the path seems tough. Relentless work is not about working endlessly without purpose, though. It's about being focused and intentional in every action you take. It's about dedicating yourself to your goals with a clear sense of direction, but also being open to adjusting your approach when things don't go as planned. The key is consistency, putting in the time and effort day after day, regardless of the obstacles you face. Each small effort compounds over time, and before you know it, you've built something significant. It's easy to become disheartened when we don't see immediate results, but success is often a slow burn. The progress is not always visible at first, but with each action you are laying the groundwork for something much larger. Working relentlessly means understanding that setbacks and failures are an inevitable part of the journey. When you encounter obstacles or face moments of doubt, the important thing is to keep going. It's in these moments that your commitment to working relentlessly is truly tested. The ability to persevere when things get tough is what separates those who achieve their dreams from those who give up. Every successful person has faced challenges, but they didn't let those challenges define them. Instead, they use those challenges as stepping stones, pushing through the discomfort and coming out stronger on the other side. Furthermore, relentless work is about finding the discipline to stay focused on your goals, even when the distractions arise. In today's fast-paced world, there are constant distractions, whether they come from social media, family obligations, or the pressures of everyday life. It's easy to lose sight of what truly matters, but those who work relentlessly know how to block out the noise and stay committed to their vision. Discipline is the foundation that allows you to continue making progress even when motivation fades. Motivation will ebb and flow, but discipline keeps you moving forward regardless of how you feel in the moment. It's also important to recognize that relentless work doesn't mean working yourself into the ground. It's about working smart as well as hard. You need to manage your time effectively, prioritize tasks, and focus on what will bring you the greatest return on investment. While hustle is important, efficiency is key. Learning how to work smarter, not just harder, allows you to accomplish more without burning out. Rest, recovery, and self-care are just as important as the hard work itself. Being relentless doesn't mean being busy all the time. It means being focused and determined to achieve your goal while also knowing when to take a step back and recharge. The power of relentless work lies in its ability to build momentum. At first, the work may feel like a grind and progress may seem slow. But as you continue to put in the effort, you'll start to notice that the work becomes easier, the results start to show, and opportunities begin to present themselves. Momentum is one of the most powerful forces in the world. When you're moving in the direction of your goals and consistently putting in the work, it becomes easier to maintain your momentum and continue pushing forward. In the end, relentless work is about understanding that success is earned, not given. It's about cultivating the mindset that nothing worthwhile comes without effort. Whether it's your career, your personal development, or a creative project, the only way to make your dreams a reality is through consistent, focused action. And even when things don't go as planned, the ability to keep working, adapting, and pushing forward is what will ultimately lead you to success. So, work relentlessly, not just for the end result, but for the growth and strength you gain along the way. The journey itself is just as important as the destination, and relentless effort is the key to getting there. Criticism is an unavoidable part of life, especially when you're stepping out of your comfort zone and pursuing something meaningful. It can sting, feel unfair, and sometimes even shake your confidence. But instead of seeing criticism as something that should stop you in your tracks, it can be powerful to turn it into fuel for your journey. Every critical remark, every judgmental glance, and every skeptical comment is an opportunity to grow stronger and more determined. Rather than letting criticism bring you down, use it to propel you forward. Let it be the spark that ignites your drive and commitment to proving not only others, but also yourself that you can succeed. When you're pursuing your goals, there will always be those who doubt you, whether they express it openly or simply hold negative beliefs about your ambitions. Sometimes these critics might even be well-meaning friends or family members who are trying to protect you, or perhaps they don't fully understand your vision. It's easy to internalize their doubts and question your abilities, but it's important to recognize that their opinions are not truths, they are simply perspectives. People's criticisms are often more about their own fears or limitations than they are about your potential. By understanding this, you can create emotional distance from the criticism and refuse to let it dictate your path. One of the most powerful ways to use criticism as fuel is by reframing it. Instead of viewing criticism as a personal attack or a sign of failure, see it as feedback. Every piece of criticism, whether constructive or harsh, offers valuable insight. When someone criticizes you, take a step back and assess the situation. Is there a kernel of truth in what they're saying? Could there be an opportunity for growth hidden within their words? Even negative criticism can highlight areas where you need improvement or growth. By approaching it with an open mind, you can use it to refine your approach and make better decisions moving forward. Another important aspect of using criticism as fuel is the ability to develop resilience. When you're criticized, your initial reaction might be hurt or frustration, but over time, you learn to brush off these negative remarks and stay focused on what truly matters, your goals. Each time you face criticism and keep going, you build emotional resilience. This resilience becomes the shield that protects you from being derailed by others' opinions. Over time, you will develop a stronger sense of self-worth and confidence because you will no longer allow the judgment of others to affect your progress. Criticism also provides clarity about your commitment to your goals. If you are truly passionate about what you're working toward, external doubts and negative comments will become less significant. When you know your why, your deeper reason for pursuing something, it's much easier to tune out distractions, including criticism. People's negativity will not stop you from moving forward when your sense of purpose is stronger than any outside opinion. Instead of becoming discouraged, you will feel even more committed to your mission, driven by the desire to prove that your vision has value and purpose. Another powerful way to turn criticism into fuel is by using it to increase your focus. Criticism often exposes weaknesses or gaps in your plans, and while it might be uncomfortable, it can help you to double down on areas that need attention. If someone criticizes a specific aspect of your work, use that as motivation to improve it. Use their words to sharpen your skills, to think critically about your approach, and to challenge yourself to get better. This proactive response to criticism shows that you are not only resilient, but also willing to learn and grow from every experience. Finally, criticism can serve as a reminder that you are on the right path. The more you push boundaries, challenge the status quo, or work to achieve something exceptional, the more you will face criticism. It's simply a sign that you are stepping out of the norm, doing something that others aren't accustomed to or perhaps can't understand. Instead of seeing this as a negative, See it as validation that you are on the right track. Great achievements are rarely met with unanimous approval. It's the people who are willing to stand firm in the face of criticism and continue pushing forward who ultimately make a difference. In the end, criticism doesn't have to be a roadblock. It can be a powerful source of energy. When you change your perspective and use it as fuel, you transform the negativity into something that drives you toward your goals. Instead of being deterred by what others think, let their criticism motivate you to work harder, grow stronger, and prove to both yourself and the world that you are capable of achieving great things. The power to move forward lies in your ability to use criticism to your advantage, turning every negative comment into a stepping stone on the road to success. Celebrating your success, no matter how big or small, is crucial to maintaining motivation and reinforcing the value of your hard work. However, it's equally important to recognize that while celebrating achievements is vital, it shouldn't lead to complacency. Success is a journey, not a destination, and the celebration should act as a moment of reflection and fuel for the next step forward. The satisfaction of proving yourself wrong, achieving something once thought impossible, or accomplishing a milestone is an affirmation of your effort, resilience, and ability to overcome challenges. It is a chance to honor the hard work you've put in, but it should also serve as a reminder that your journey doesn't end with this success. Rather, it marks the beginning of the next phase of your growth. One of the reasons celebrating success is so important is that it allows you to recognize the progress you've made. Often, when we are focused on a long-term goal, it's easy to become so engrossed in the future that we forget to appreciate how far we've come. Taking a moment to acknowledge your accomplishments gives you the opportunity to step back and appreciate your growth. This moment of recognition can boost your confidence and help you see that all of the challenges you face were worth it. Celebrating your wins, even the small ones, also helps you build a positive feedback loop. However, it's also crucial not to rest too long on your laurels. Celebrating your success should not turn into a reason to stop striving for more. It's easy to get complacent after achieving a goal and bask in the glow of your victory, but true growth comes from continuously challenging yourself. The moment you reach a goal should be a short pause, enough to savor the moment, acknowledge your hard work, and then set your sights on the next chapter. If you allow yourself to become too comfortable with past successes, you might lose sight of the larger vision, and the momentum you've worked so hard to build may start to slow. Moreover, celebrating success fosters a sense of gratitude and humility. When you acknowledge your own achievements, it's also important to recognize the support you've received along the way. Whether it's mentors, family, friends, or colleagues, acknowledging the people who helped you reach your goals reminds you that success is rarely a solo journey. Expressing gratitude for those who have helped you along the way not only strengthens relationships, but also reinforces the importance of community in the process of personal and professional growth.